Welcome in, podcast pioneers, to the hyperspace podcasting in the 25th century, the interwebs' first and still only podcast. My name's Matt.
I'm Jared.
I'm Mike.
Guys, it's our Halloween episode.
Happy Halloween!
I mean, I think we've done, two of these? We're in like
we
2
have.
years. I mean, this is pretty exciting stuff. We look forward to this every year, which means we look forward to this for 2 years now, but that's pretty good. So, it's funny. We were talking the other day on the chain about what movies we should do. And, the obvious ones come to mind, of course, like Halloween just came out. There's some good classic scares, but, there's one that has kind of come in and out of our discussions that we felt we probably should do. And it's really one of those that are like, we all agree that it's one of our favorites, but nobody really talks about this movie that much. So I thought we'd give it a little love on Halloween.
Oh, yes. There's going to be a lot of love here.
Beaches with Bette Midler.
Yep. 100%.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
We're talking about Joe Dante's The Burbs. You have a story about beaches?
Yeah, I do actually.
So do I, but I don't want to tell it. Tell yours.
Really mad. I'll just say that someone I lived with who is considerably younger than me, who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
When he was, or she was a small child, watched Beaches
Oh, man.
and was bawling their eyes out when it was over. And I was like laughing at this person. And they're like,
You've totally outed him.
you don't laugh at me. You just don't know how sad that movie is.
Oh no.
Hey, dude. Hey, dude.
When I was in high school, there was a dollar theater not far, and we get dropped off, and so there was like a group of like 8 of us, and we didn't know what was in the theater. We just wanted to get out of the house and get dropped off and watch movies. So it's like 4 guys, 4 girls, and of course, being in high school, like a freshman or whatever year it was, we're like, yes, great, we're gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna try and sit next to so and so, and you sit next to so and so, and maybe get a little action. So the girls are like, well, let's go see Beaches. And we're like, oh, we have no idea what Beaches is. Beaches could have been anything. And so, of course, the girls were crying all through the movie, and the guys are just like miserable and laughing at them. And as a result, we got no action. So
That's great.
it's the only time I saw Beaches, by the way. But that said, we are not talking about Beaches. We're going to talk about Joe Dante's The Burbs tonight.
1988.
And we're going to invite you to watch it with us as we talk about it and celebrate this amazing movie. So what do you guys think?
I think we should. Hey, Matt,
Yes.
can you explain how our friends at home can listen along with our
Well,
commentary?
Absolutely. So we have a digital copy of The Burbs, which I'm sure if you're creative, you can find it as well. And we're going to zero it out, and I'm going to count down from 5. I'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. And when I say start, you start it with us, and we'll all enjoy The Burbs and watch it together. How's that sound?
That sounds great, Klopek.
Was that Slavic? All right. So if you guys are ready, I say we celebrate some Halloween and get into some Burbs.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody at home, get your digital copy ready, and we're going to hit start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. 1 minute.
Oh, the Universal logo.
Yeah.
The old style.
Yeah, it is.
But there's something different here.
There's no .com.
That music.
No.
It kind of reminds me of a Big Trouble in Little China for some reason. Oh,
Jerry
there's
Goldsmith's score.
absolutely no atmosphere.
No,
There's no clouds. It's a
Nope.
perfect day in the globe right now, apparently.
look at this. This was like Google Earth before Google Earth was around.
It's intense stuff right there.
Yeah.
They don't know how ahead of their time they were on that.
This was Imagine's first movie.
Their first
Really?
one? Yeah.
Yep.
Ron Howard's company.
Yep.
Wow.
Also, this was the movie. They were shooting this movie right before Big came out.
Right.
So it was before he became a big star.
The Burbs.
So they probably never would have got this made with him if they'd tried to do it before Big.
Well, yeah. I mean, For people who don't know, Tom Hanks began his career as a comedic actor.
Oh yeah, the man with the one red shoe.
I mean, that's what he was known for.
Yeah.
Before he started, winning Oscars and stuff.
Bruce Stern. God.
Bruce Stern.
I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I'm glad we're doing this.
There's our princess.
So this was happening during a writer's strike. So a lot of this movie and a lot of the dialogue and a lot of the actions were either improvised by the actors themselves or just through weird budget reasons they kept it the way they did.
Well, they also shot it because of that. They shot it chronologically. That way, they knew that if somebody said something weird, they wouldn't have to worry about something that had been shot before.
Mm-hmm. This is the Universal backlot, by the way, and there's a funny story that on the other side of the backlot wall was the Jaws ride at Universal there, and during filming, they would hear in the background, "Help! Help!" from the ride is part of the ride.
I remember this.
And they say apparently some of it is in the movie if you listen. Screaming help in the background. They kept some of it. I've never heard it.
They also had the Universal tours kept interrupting the shooting.
This
it's such a good movie. And this was not, I mean, this made some good money at the box office, but it was panned by the critics. And Joe Dante just kind of moved on to, all right, well, we'll just make the next movie now. But it turned out as people over the years that made this a cult classic have gone up to him and said, aside from Gremlins, this is their favorite Joe Dante movie, which I completely agree with.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater and I loved it. I couldn't believe there's an homage to Exorcist.
Yeah. I saw it in the theater as well.
Did you? Oh man, I did not
couldn't believe that people didn't like it.
I actually
I do not love this movie.
There was a funny story. When me and my friend were at the theater, we saw a girl. I was in 7th grade. A girl that was in 7th grade with me was at the theater as well, seeing the Burbs, and we all sat together. Mm-hmm. And her boyfriend threatened to kick my ass the next day because he thought I went to a movie with his girlfriend.
Maybe
that's a true story, and I never forgot it.
Man, traumatizing.
And now look at where you are.
Mayfield Place. So the lead of the Beaver House is on the same street here in the back lot.
I love this moment with Tom Hanks. This is a really aggressive moment that's kind of out of character for him.
That's great.
Little trivia here. I've told you guys this on the podcast before, but in case you're listening to the first time, that little white dog there, you may recognize from another movie.
Silence of the Lambs.
That's Precious from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, in the basket.
But it's not in the basket.
And then they've got the dog effects in the score right now.
Yeah, that is Little Precious from Silence of the Lambs, which came out not more than 2 years after this.
Yeah, a couple of years later. Oh man,
oh, God, he's leaving a steamer right there. This is
that in this movie, Tom Hanks has a son, and he was resistant to his character having a son.
I saw that. He didn't want to be typecast as a dad. He thought he was going to lose roles.
He didn't want to be the next Fred McMurray.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy, this guy, Corey Feldman. Man, to hear, oh God, to hear his stories from the set. This was right before he was completely spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Dante loved him, though.
So he had just come off of Dream a Little Dream, if you ever saw that movie.
Apparently, he had
like Michael Jackson.
That's true. Look at Bruce Stern. My goodness.
He's so awesome.
Apparently, Corey Feldman had quite the entourage on the set, including porn stars.
Oh, that's not the worst one. Do you know who used to frequent the set and see him all the time?
No.
Bubbles the Chimp.
Oh,
Michael Jackson's Chimp. And Joe Dante made him keep him in the trailer. And Corey Feldman would come off of shooting, and his trailer would be full of chimp feces. And it got so bad to the point Joe Dante banned Bubbles from the set. How weird is that? That Bubbles would
That's-
come
that's
visit him and
crazy.
just hang out in his trailer while he's shooting his scenes.
Look at him limping with the poop on his shoe. What?
Now, did you know the subplot that they cut from the movie that was in this?
Yeah, he just got fired or
Yeah,
something.
he'd gotten fired. He
Oh, is that what it is?
keeping yeah, he was
Oh.
keeping it a secret.
Yeah, Bruce Dern is he's such a lunatic in this. Where's she from? Is she from Bill and Ted?
No,
No.
she's in a bunch of Joe Dante movies.
Yeah, Joe Dante has his cast
He's-
he likes.
She really hasn't done a whole lot outside of that.
This is yeah, but it's funny to see Tom Hanks this young. It reminds me of him in like Splash and
Yeah,
The Money Pit.
yeah. This, I think this and like,
You're
Big
right.
was a comedy, but
Did you see that on the cabinet counter there?
What was it?
Gremlin,
Gremlin
cereal.
cereal. There it is.
Cereal.
Dante said Carrie Fisher was great because there was a writer's strike when they shot this. Like,
And
you
she's a
mentioned,
writer.
and she was great at about improvising. And she
Mm.
also that she was the straight man because everyone in the neighborhood was losing their mind that she was like the one who was grounded.
That kid looks familiar.
He didn't really go on to do anything.
I gotta look him up.
The Shout Factory Blu-ray of this is really good.
Yeah, I watched the work print last night. It's not really that big of a difference.
Boy, that kind of rings more true at middle age watching this movie and hearing him.
Yes.
than when I
You
was a
just want to
kid.
relax and not go do anything.
That sound effect when he did that.
Yeah. wah.
Is that a swatch?
It
She's
looked
wearing
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Vince.
Now I remember the other thing I really remember him from in is I know he's been in other stuff. Was Die Hard.
Right.
Yep.
Apparently,
be-
him and Tom Hanks didn't really get along that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't friendly. What a neighbor from hell this guy would be.
This guy, he recently passed away, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, legit. If this was your neighbor,
No, and everybody has people they know like this. I mean, the guy that you try to cross the road when you see him or act like you don't see him.
who fires a 22 in their neighborhood?
She's just feeding him pancakes and sausage and
The guy is gonna have major indigestion of all this food he eats.
he's like, why didn't you go with her?
He sounds a lot like John Favreau.
A little bit. He does.
It's eating dog food. I notice how they don't telegraph that joke. If you're not paying attention, you won't catch it. That's like what's so great about Dante. He's very subtle. That's a collector's item, that bottle of Aunt Jemima syrup now.
He's such a jerk.
A hideous, raging inferno.
Look what he's got. A pineapple.
I mean,
syrup.
what's what's he doing?
He's got his calorie intake for the whole week.
With their ribs.
What's he got? Ribs in there?
Yep. You know, whenever I see somebody eat on camera, I think of how many takes they had to do. what
And
they
how
had to
many
eat.
how many ribs he had to eat?
I love that cut. I love Tom Hanks here. I mean, as a parent, you can relate to that. All right,
come on.
time to put the brakes on this. It's gone far enough. Carrie Fisher's just, she just gets the sense she's just used to it. Like, oh, okay, he's over here eating my food as usual.
Yeah.
Now I want Bruce Dern as my neighbor.
Look at
This is the kind of neighbor I want.
Apparently, most of his lines were ad-libbed. Is he still alive, or
Yeah, he's
know.
still alive.
he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
He was just in something else recently too.
He's also in the famous Silent Runnings, which I've never seen, but I need to.
Wait,
He's a meatball.
it's a meatball.
Now I love this pose that Tom Hanks has because it's so classic. I mean, how many times have we done that? We're just hanging on something.
He came out in his robe when the foreigners were making all that racket.
You gonna build something with those?
He didn't even look at him. Oh, those are beauties.
Electric garage door openers.
Man.
I love the way he's like,
Yeah.
Ray, get over here.
The whole neighborhood looks at him. How perfectly cast is this guy?
God, he's such a creepy
neighbor.
looking ginger. The thing about his character, Bruce Dern, is he's one of those people that says everything too loud,
Yes.
and you're always like cringing, like, oh gosh, why did you say that?
It's a great shot.
With the organ music.
And he's just, everyone's looking like the whole
I know.
neighborhood.
He's also like,
Oh man, that is a backlot set if I've ever seen one.
they had to close it off. It was actually a through street in the back lot. They had to make it a cul-de-sac for the movie.
Go.
Look at him just stand there.
We're in the same town.
He's busy.
The music.
How bad was this house before they moved in? What was going on in this neighborhood?
Yeah,
This is actually not Goldsmith.
was this.
They bought it because the
Was this-
Goldsmith couldn't quite nail it. I can't remember what it's originally from. It's obviously from a
Is
spaghetti
it
western.
Morricone?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I'm not
definitely it's got a
sure.
Clint Eastwood in it.
I'm not sure.
Like ridiculous shot of the dog. Wait.
Just booby trapped.
We should sue them.
Six.
Oh, the bees.
I forgot about the bees.
Oh man, that's like my house.
Oh man. The bay window nightmare.
Oh yeah.
The bay window's gone, isn't it?
No, we
Is
still
the
have
bees
it.
still there?
No, they're long gone.
God.
Oh, that was like us with the hose, Matt.
We got to talk about that in the next episode. Okay. Next episode, we'll do a little random access memory. We'll talk about Jared and the bee episode. Jared and the bees. Maybe we're subconsciously channeling the Burbs.
We could have been.
This is actually no better than what happened to us. What were we throwing under there before?
Bug bombs.
It worked real well.
Oh, some Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it does. It looks like the Adams family lives next door to him.
I mean, if they just moved in, I'd be blaming the family before them. I'm like, what the
Well,
heck?
yeah.
What was going on? Oh. What year did Lost Boys come out? Like
87.
just before this, right?
Yeah. Corey will tell you all about the great sequels in every interview that he does these days.
Oh man, Corey's.
Hold on, let me set up my Lost Boys swag.
Yeah. I remember for the special features of this Blu-ray, he was sitting in his living room and he made sure to put all the Lost Boys sequel Blu-rays up behind him.
Oh Jesus, did
Yes.
I actually sat through that movie.
You know, what's interesting is, things like YouTube and TikTok, you start to see a lot of these like Corey Feldman, like Los Angeles music scene that he like has been a part of. And it's so weird.
Yeah,
He's so
totally
weird.
bizarre.
But you saw the thing when he was on the Today Show with those models.
Yeah, he's been
Yes.
doing that routine for like years in LA.
He still does that.
He still does it. And he's been doing it. It's just so weird. But he takes it serious. It's a nut.
Oh.
It's great music.
This reminds me of the scene in Gremlins when Phoebe Cates is talking about Christmas
It's such a good scene, isn't it?
with her dad.
Scenes like that which make Gremlins such a great movie. Love Gremlins.
The producers try to get him to cut that out.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Man, that was some of the heart of the movie.
Spielberg asked Dante, says, "Do you want to keep it in?" And Dante said, "Yeah." And Spielberg said, "Okay, we'll keep it in."
It's a great part of the movie. Yeah, you're right. It is a lot like it, isn't it?
Tell you what, Joe Dante is a great person to listen to for interviews. He just really is very engaging when he talks about his experience.
Does he have a podcast?
Joe Dante?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have technically the only podcast.
Oh
so,
yeah, he
maybe he has an audio
may-
tape recording that he put out.
He might have had one back in the 21st century.
Maybe.
Yeah, he does have a podcast called The Movies That Made Me.
Is this when the garbage scene happens?
The garbage scene.
Yeah.
No.
This was an improv from with Carrie Fisher and Tom Hanks, because they couldn't get. This is a day they had no rights on they had no script.
Oh, so they just
So Carrie Fisher came up with the idea. So what if we just talk about Jeopardy on the TV? And that's how they reacted. That's how they shot their scene that day.
Well, it's interesting. The work print is a different scene with them in the house. Carrie Fisher's typing on a little laptop, and she doesn't see Art when he comes to the window.
This might be the most normal movie I've ever seen him in. Corey Feldman, where he's like the most normal.
yeah.
He's pretty normal in Gremlins. Just a normal kid.
What is he wearing?
He's
dressing like
wearing,
an old man
Mike
about to go
Hutchins.
golfing. And
I know. I thought he's dressed like that old man from the beginning of the movie.
He is. Yeah, like in the work print, Tom Hanks knew he was coming over. That's just a little bit of a different dynamic.
See the fat guy. Man, look at that thing.
He's got his car camoed
Yeah, look at that.
so that in case somebody does a bombing run.
The 80s lightning effect.
That's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I was gonna
breaking down.
say.
That's the Falcon breaking down.
That girl probably caught syphilis just being there next to Feldman.
What?
I've never seen anybody drive their garbage out like that. Hit it with a stick.
Yeah. The Klopex have an electric garage door opener.
You do. Cutting edge.
What? No, no headlights.
This actor asked Joe Dante how he wanted him to put the garbage in. He said, "I don't know, just have fun with it." This is the take they kept. Obviously, he got really into it. Look at this guy. God, what a casting.
I always, for some reason, whenever I see him, I always remember he was in Memphis Belle.
He was?
That was the
Yeah.
guy from Memphis Belle?
Yeah.
No. Oh my God, you're
Are
right.
those
it
fake
is.
teeth?
I can't believe that's the guy from Memphis Belle. What's on his head?
It's from a bee sting.
Oh, that's right.
That's the Band-Aid. I've never seen that.
Oh, let's do it in the middle of the day.
Zipping up his jacket. Oh no.
They're on to him.
Oh, the little expulsion of gas.
Oh, I love this. It's so great. This music. This scene really makes me sick, actually. It's like hard for me to watch this scene.
Why is that?
Another Joe Dante regular.
Yep, both
No.
of them.
Yeah.
Dick Miller and Robert Picardo.
Oh yeah.
Studies have shown that Borg implants can cause skin irritation.
Yes. Perhaps you'd like an analgesic cream.
It's the best scene in that movie. When he's sitting in the back of that dumpster, it makes me sick. I can almost not even watch it.
What? For real?
Yeah, but garbage trucks are disgusting.
Well, this is a movie garbage truck.
I mean, have you ever been behind one and you can just see the juices
Yeah.
dripping in the back?
I was
gross.
behind one once that, had the dumpster attached to it. And underneath it, there were like 4 or 5 rats running around.
Are you kidding me?
No, running around underneath the truck between. Yeah, it was pretty heinous.
See, getting
I
in the
can't.
garbage
That's
truck,
gross.
that might be gross, but garbage trucks as a kid always terrified me because I'm like, they crush things. Like if you're in there, like you're not getting out.
I mean, that is disgusting.
He's right by the crusher too. I wouldn't want to sit there
He's sitting
on the compactor. I don't want to be. I would never ever do that.
He's sitting in garbage juice.
Look at all
That's
these
what he's
guys getting in.
Look at Bruce Dern.
Oh, this is so gross.
That's so strange that bothers you so much.
I mean, it does.
I mean,
I have a hard time looking at it.
watch like the disgusting fake gore all the time, but you can't take a garbage truck.
Ah, it's gross. It's so gross. See, ugh, God, it's disgusting. It puts the lotion on his skin when it's told. Did you know one of the alternate endings was the trash men were in the back of the car?
Yes, I did get that
They
from the
and
Blu-ray.
they shot that. And with cheerleaders.
Yes.
And in the original script, Tom Hanks' character died.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dick Miller?
He's
That guy's
half shaven.
great.
Dick Miller.
He's so good. He's in a bunch of Corman movies too.
You know your guns, pal. He was in Terminator.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
12 gauge
Hey,
auto loader.
Only what
Just
you see
what-
here, guy.
That's what you see, pal.
Now, this whole scene inside the house was not in the work print. Now, there's on the TV, the actor, I can't remember his name. He was on the Lucille Ball show.
Yes.
And there's a picture of him with Lucille Ball on the TV right there. Dante said that won him over with the actor when he put that on there.
Oh, I see Lucy right
Yeah.
there. And look at his pants. My gosh.
He dresses like an old retired golfer.
Yeah, he does. From the 1960s.
It's going to end up in a flea market. He's not worried about his wife. He's like,
I'm starving.
What a turd. He's always going to people's
He's going through
fridges.
the refrigerators.
look at that dog just sitting there. That's a
Yeah,
well
well trained.
dog.
What? I think we've broken enough laws.
That's like a
for
very
one-
Goonies-esque kind of like scene where like with the statue.
I really like the setup for this, what this does for later.
Mhm.
You know, and he's like, he saw me
Yeah.
write a note.
Man, he's got those 1980s dad shorts on. Oh yeah, there he is.
They said that actor, brother, what's his name?
His yeah, it's a strange. His name's Brother something.
Brother, if only there's some way to look it up.
There's not.
He was like hard of hearing, so he was missing cues all
Yes.
the time.
And he was
Remember
always
one time-
yelling.
And one time Carrie Fisher they had to yell cut because Carrie Fisher was screaming at him because he wasn't reacting.
Yeah, she definitely has a
swatch.
Swatch. Yep. The theory and practice of demonology.
Brother Theodore.
That's it.
He was in a concentration camp. Ugh.
Brother Theodore was?
Yeah, he was a Jew in Nazi Germany. He was in a concentration camp. There's a Star Wars lunchbox on that shelf back there. Let's
Oh,
see if we can find
His
it.
head on the light.
It's right
Yeah.
there. You can't see it's dark, but it's right there. I remember in the theater.
Wait,
this
wait,
part
you're
made me
chanting.
laugh
You're
so
chanting.
hard.
This is unreal.
Satan is our pal.
They have that on a shirt.
I would have gotten that shirt, but I know like only 1% of the population would have gotten it.
Satan is good. Satan
would've
is a
had, like,
pal.
People with goth makeup going, "Hail Satan, brother."
Satan is
No,
good.
it's from the Burbs. It's not. I love her reaction to all this. It's nice,
Yeah.
very nice. She's so funny. It's one of the
One of the
theories.
series.
One.
It's one of them. It's a shame she didn't really get money.
You know,
roles. That's odd.
I remember seeing her after the Star Wars movies, and
There's
whenever
some
she,
nudity they blurred out.
yeah, they blur this out.
They do that in Gremlins too, as well.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh,
It's pretty graphic, actually.
I know for a PG movie.
Talk about the dog's reaction. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
That's a good movie.
That's an awesome movie.
The dog.
I'm sure it's a little homage to Toby Hooper.
But I used to think it was always kind of a big deal to see Carrie Fisher in anything but a Star Wars movie.
Well, do you ever see the Drop Dead Fred?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. And she's in that. She's not quite a big as role as she has in this one. But.
She was in Austin Powers also.
Yeah. She was the,
Was she?
the psychotherapist.
Oh, that's right. She
Yeah.
was that.
I mean, you saw Harrison Ford in
Accused
everything.
chestnuts of being lazy. He invented the question mark.
Now we all say we want to kill. No.
No.
Right.
No, he's right. I want to kill him. You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
Yeah, it's such a good movie too.
It cuts the picture. His kid's got his eyes closed in the picture.
What was that fall?
This is a bit extended in the work print as well.
And, Joe Dante is better than this, but is he such a genius that he went to this lower level of filmmaking at this time? Because he had already done some much more like elaborate things than this. This is very like, it's super
Really? 'Cause,
cheesy. And
to me, this is like his bread and butter. I mean, this is what he's built for.
oh my God, it's the guy from Memphis Belle. I can't believe it's the guy from Memphis Belle. I've seen this. I never put two and two together. It's got to be like the teeth.
I love the axe
His
in the
axe
dog's
in
head.
his head. I never saw that.
The miniature axe.
I love this. He does one of my favorite things when they do stuff like this. I'll point it out. It's me. It's art. I'm just pretending to be. Okay.
That's a great transition. Dante looks like he just almost exclusively does TV now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, his movies aren't always a big success. So
Yeah.
Man, that is a true 80s bedroom, isn't it?
I know that. That's kind of what my folks' bedroom.
I was going to
looked
say,
like.
I think that's how my parents' bedroom was too.
I think anybody who puts wallpaper up is clinically insane.
Man, I had to take wallpaper down to one of my last houses. It was a
Oh yeah,
nightmare.
I remember that.
Mhm.
I love
Bruce Dern is so good.
I
What a
love
great
this.
cast.
We don't have that kind of time.
Look at him standing there. He kicks the ground. Oh man.
I love this scene when he wakes him up. It's so funny.
The bees. He's drinking Strohs.
Strohs. Wow.
They're like 12 years old.
Doing a ding and dash on
I
the
know,
Clopex.
man.
We flushed them out.
Other hand.
I love this. This is classic Tom Hanks right here.
He just had the best flip outs, doesn't he? Look at the dog.
It's
I know Tom
Nice.
Hanks talked about this one in his memoir book. I'd love to see what he said about it.
He did talk about it.
Yeah, all the movies that he was in, he little blurbs about it. It's the
Litter.
note.
He's a litter bug.
oh, it's my note.
Oh.
Sets themselves on fire.
That's
The funny thing is, you can actually imagine one of them setting themselves on fire.
yeah.
Seems so great.
The trash is still there on the road.
It is. They never picked it
Look
up.
at that.
That's fantastic.
The brownies.
He's holding it. Look at Dern's face. What's he doing? Oh, this is the best when he falls.
It's
He's got crap all over the brownies. Oh, this. That's the best. That's my favorite. That look. Oh, so good.
This looks like the house from Fright Night.
Hans. Weird statue.
He looks
looking around like
terrified.
Rube.
Oh man.
He's dressed all in black. It's the middle of the day.
I know, what, with his face painted. Oh
Look
man.
at Bruce Dern back there, is picking around. I always love this.
This is such a great scene.
Tears wallpaper up.
He's Hank's just oh man, the sardines.
I had those tables when I was a little kid. Sardine.
And
the sound effect is the best.
When Tom Hanks has to eat it.
Well, look at Carrie Fisher. Watch it. Yeah, go on. You should do this. The sound effects are the best.
He puts it on a pretzel.
Hey, listen.
I know.
The pretzel is weird, isn't it?
I'm sure he ate that. I mean,
I'm sure.
he.
Ugh.
No. A 9 on the tension scale, Rube. What is he doing? The doctor. Sound effects. Throwing shade on Carrie Fisher. He's such a strange guy. This guy. Was it Brother Theodore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask him yourself. Another Joe Dante.
Yeah.
Carryover.
This guy was in Inner Space.
I love Inner Space.
Yeah, that's another good one.
I think the blonde lady was in Inner Space too.
She was. Yeah.
Oh, she was the cashier, wasn't she?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
God, I haven't
That's
seen
right.
Inner Space since I was a kid. That's one I need to revisit.
This actor apparently had doubts that he could play a bad guy like this. And Joe Dante said it was just because of your performance in Inner Space, I want you to basically do that, except I'm going to make you bad.
Look at Bruce Stern. Even he's kind of rattled. Love he finds this comb and then keeps it.
Oh gosh.
What, do you find a comb?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
found a comb.
He
Yeah.
kept it. This is so.
You know, it's cool about this movie and what Joe Dante does is like that sound effect. There's no real explanation for that sound effect. He just puts it in there
Mm-hmm.
just because it works.
Oh, the candles.
I love the sound of those things.
Look how the candles.
Oh,
on the
it's just
table.
like, yeah, the
You can
sound of
hear
the flames.
That's a great reveal too.
Sugar substitute.
Sugar substitute. Tom Hanks put his
Brewster can't
hand.
figure this one out. I was like, no, this way.
He's just like
he's
beaten.
just holding his cup.
He's like, he's done. I'd like to know the origin of that painting. Was it like a real painting someone did, or did they do it for the movie?
I'm sure that was probably just made, probably a prop.
The Tom Hanks scream.
His outburst. Sorry, ow.
Eric Klopek.
Hair.
Is that what he said? Eric Klopek?
He said hair.
God.
You keep a horse. A fat one.
Landrew, are you of the body?
That's from Star Trek. Landrew has spoken.
Landrew was apparently like a either an Austrian or I think an Austrian serial killer that they named the dog after in this. It is funny though to watch this movie now after I'm grown. I've owned homes, I've lived in neighborhoods now. I have kids. Just to watch it from that perspective versus watching this as a kid, it's this is how neighborhoods kind of are.
Yeah, there's certainly. He's in his underwear.
Yeah, why would he have to take his clothes off?
His computer, man. Apple IIe.
Look at that.
Had that in your trousers all day.
Nobody knocks off an old man in my neighborhood. It's great lighting.
I know, underlit.
Trash.
It's still there.
It's I don't know why I never noticed the trash before, but it is
No,
very
it's-
funny how it just hangs
It's
out.
just continuous. Man, that dog is gigantic.
I know.
Great Dane.
The monsters.
Big horns sound like Howard Shore there for a second. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, it was.
Klopex are jerks.
Yeah, man.
That's
They
a
didn't
pretty
even.
aggressive move right there.
That was totally.
Rudy is a moron.
Old Jeep.
Yep.
ORV.
Look at his clothes.
Yeah, once again, this is the essence of art.
He's overselling it, of course.
Yes. They didn't even wait for her to drive off.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
The paint is still on the side of the speaker. Good continuity touch.
What's Bruce Dern doing over there?
A bit akin to his
So-
role in Die Hard.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Do you think does art work for the power company?
No, there's no way he.
Not after this move.
He has no idea.
Very high.
He just looks at his get up. He's like, okay.
Yeah, akin to his Looney Tunes love, by the way. coming
Yeah.
up.
How his fingernails are black.
Yeah. Take a jolt. Smelling salts.
Now he just looks, these days, it's just the cashier at Waggles.
Yeah.
My feelings are hot.
What?
I love this.
The Looney Tunes outline of him.
It was that raised shack that he fell through.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, they're on Ray's side.
Okay.
The old home antennas.
Oh yeah. What?
Why?
Wow, that's so...
Now, I just want to say, as someone who has done some digging myself in my
Yes.
yard, that did not happen in one day.
What, all those holes?
Yes, he would be praying for death if he
It
had
looks
dug
like
that
that's
many
like
holes.
digging in your old Florida yard.
Yeah, that's true. Or that's what your dogs did to your yard.
The old
No,
Iraqi.
when I dug flattened the area out to put a pool in my house, I lived on a hill. I dug an area out for the pool to flatten it out, and it's the hardest work I've ever done in my entire life. Digging is no joke.
They probably got some cold beer in there. Oh, this is great.
They're all like burnt to a crisp.
I know.
I love I love when he does this. There's no reason this would work right here.
With a deadbolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason that would.
That's a shit store.
Now, while we're watching this, I'm gonna get your guys' opinion on something, but I gotta get the actor's name first. Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm. Man. That's a trained rat. Look at this guy.
What a group. He's eating
Animal crackers.
The picnic basket behind him.
Oh man.
Look at that demon head.
Yes. Mm. That's oh man. Unreal.
This is a great fall.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That guy on the left. Look at that guy on the left.
Yeah, with the tie-dye and suspenders.
Okay.
Yeah, you know who he looks like?
Oh,
I
who?
swear, Ewan Bremner. He's an actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Look him up. You'll know if you see him. He was in Train Spotting. Here, I'll send a picture of him to you.
Is he in the cast? Is it him?
No, he's not listed, but I swear to God, I mean, I swear it looks like him.
Keep it going. I'm gonna be right back.
Anyway, I swear it looks like that actor. And I've seen people on the web comment on it too, but he's not listed in the credits. But it does definitely look like a younger version of him. So if anybody watching knows, let us know, because I'd really like to know.
It's an old Oldsmobile. Oh God, what a
Man.
mess!
I mean, who would dig down? I mean, besides
Look
us.
at this giant hole they made in the basement. Hit a crypt.
Rube.
Here comes
Oh.
Walter.
Oh, the old Taurus wagons.
Oh, it's right over the garbage.
Why did he stop at the? Why didn't he just run up to him?
He's like, please don't be true.
Instead of being glad that he's alive. That's disgusting.
Worse than the garbage truck.
No, nothing will ever top that.
Okay, so now we know that garbage trucks really disturb Mike.
Oh.
Doesn't help him out. Now, this is a pretty spectacular explosion. Right there in the middle. That
The
Yeah, I know
blonde
he
kid?
looks like him. Yes, I
It
agree.
does.
I know who you're talking about. I don't think it's him though.
but it looks just like him. Did it blow a hole in his window?
Yeah.
I love this. Look at her hair, man.
Oh,
It's
man.
like huge there. And the car is destroyed. That cop looks familiar.
Look at Hans.
He's got his hat on.
I love the way he comes walking out. He's on smoking.
Man, thank God this movie was made before Big. Because
Look how he
there's
slides
no
down
way
the-
Tom Hanks would have signed up for this movie after Big success. There's no way.
Well, he did do Joe versus Volcano.
That's a
after
good point.
Big.
That's a good point. That's a weird move, Joe versus Volcano.
I've never seen that.
I saw it in theaters. I really hated it.
Look at the hair missing on his side. He's like scalped.
You got a lawsuit on your hands.
Where's the sun?
This must have been one of the first Grand Cherokees that came out.
Yeah,
That's
where
not,
is-
that's not a regular Cherokee.
Where is the sun? Maybe it's at night. He couldn't shoot at night.
Or he's
Well, so maybe he's
not
asleep in the
regular.
car.
Or he stayed with the cousins he loves so much.
Yeah.
Right there.
Whoa.
What?
What the who was
The guy in the tuxedo?
I know? Yeah.
That's Ron Howard's dad.
Oh yeah, Rance.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look. It is an imagined production.
Too bad Clinton didn't make an appearance.
Oh, I know. He could have been one of the Klopeks easy.
Oh yeah.
Art, man, he just doesn't.
Tom Hanks freakouts.
Oh, he's biting down on the finger.
This is an improv on Tom Hanks's part right here with the gurney.
It's a great moment.
This looks great.
He's so.
But you know what's great about that? That's real nat sound. It's not ADR or anything. It's
Yeah.
it's all good stuff.
Yeah, because he's just like, oh, God.
Hip cats. All right, hip cats. All right, hip cats. When I get out of prison. I figured a man's furnace is his own business. Hans?
Yeah, so this was like initially where they were going to end it at one point, like Tom Hanks got taken away by them.
Yeah, they just
Ooh.
drove off with them.
What was Hans thinking? What were they gonna do
Well,
with Hans tearing donuts in
I know.
the neighborhood?
Yeah, the original ending they did shoot had none of this action in it.
Yeah.
They just drove off with him. That was it.
No, they didn't. They changed the ending once they cast Tom Hanks. But the original ending, they basically the neighbors walk up to the ambulance and open the doors and catch the doctor and Tom Hanks, and then the doctor pretty much just admits what they did, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. Like none of this was in it. Citizen's arrest.
A great place to keep your bones.
Yeah, the trunk.
Topic.
Klopic.
There's another great line.
Oh, this is the best. Watch this strip in the mud on the wet grass. So great. I was 9 months in the bush, boy. Hey, Pinocchio, where are you going?
This guy.
Get away from him. Yeah.
Fair to say this is the last of the great Tom Hanks comedy run. After this, it got a little more serious.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Well, I thought Saving Private Ryan was hilarious.
It had its slapstick moments.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
And now zooming out.
Still
so that's
bereft of atmosphere.
No
And
atmosphere
then we
here.
see the Earth flood.
Oh, here we go. We've got the definitely a staple of the 80s, the
picture credits.
The picture credits. Some taken from scenes from the film, some posed.
Well, hold on. So far, they're all from the movie. That
is that one?
That might have been an outtake. Henry Gibson, Brother Theodore.
Brother Theodore.
That's a
What
great
name.
That's a outtake.
Yeah.
Courtney Gaines.
Courtney Gaines.
This sounds a lot like Gremlins.
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
very much.
Goldsmith.
Dun, dun,
Ah.
dun, dun,
Wow. So that's
dun,
Well, guys,
dun, dun,
that
dun.
was fantastic. I haven't seen the Burbs in a long time.
yeah. Happy Halloween from the hyperspace. The Burbs is funny, and if for some reason you listen to this without having seen it, I don't know what to tell you, but maybe you should go watch the Burbs without us talking through it. You might enjoy it more.
You know, this has that. I mean, this is a great nostalgia trip for me with the Burbs. I remember, you know, I've watched this a lot growing up, but you know, more so the Tom Hanks comedies. You know, when we were kids, you know, they were always being replayed on like, you know, TBS or whatnot, and you know, there was always something funny by Tom Hanks on Splash. Yeah, like The Man with One Red Shoe. He did what? A whole bunch of them.
I like Dragnet with Dan Aykroyd.
Dragnet, yeah.
You know what? That one never landed with me.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny.
He was funny. I didn't like Dan Aykroyd in that one, but you know, Tom Hanks was, like you said at the beginning of this, he was known when I was a kid as a comedic actor. It wasn't until later that he became a serious, you know, very renowned.
He was,
actor that he is
yeah. I
today.
mean, he wasn't. I mean, he was pretty famous, but just for, you know, like we said, the comedies and stuff. It wasn't until later that I mean, he became known for his dramatic stuff, but yeah, the Burbs, I mean, is a great example of kind of what his comedy was like.
Yeah.
Very, very well timed, very sometimes very subtle, but very funny stuff.
Well, we hope
So-
we enjoyed the Burbs, and I hope you watched it along with us.
Yes.
And guys, season 5 is rolling through here. We've got some
Absolutely.
amazing stuff coming up every Monday for you. Even though this is Sunday when you're listening to this, hopefully you're listening to it on Halloween, as you should.
Awesome. Make sure you go to Fright Rags and get your Burp shirt.
Oh, look at
that.
there. That's good. There's another. Yeah, we talked about the shirts. Hey, look, ILM did the effects. How about that?
Did they?
What,
Yeah.
that what lightning effect?
They did it said opening title sequence by Industrial Light and Magic.
Oh, well,
So
okay. Well, well
interesting.
done.
Oh wait, I didn't know they had a Jet Boy song on here.
Yes, performed by Jet Boy. Color by Deluxe. But so yeah, guys, please.
Certificate number of this movie is 29589.
There you go. If
I forgot that.
Oh, this is 89. I thought it was 88.
89, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. Check out our other shows. We got a lot of great shows over in the past season. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. We have, I hate to say, I don't even want to like jinx ourselves, but we're gonna be doing this season live, hopefully. We're gonna try to do it
No,
live.
we're committed. Now you're committed to it now.
No.
It's gonna be live. It's gonna
We're
be
gonna
live.
we're gonna try to figure out how to do it live and do it well. Jared and I are gonna take the one chip challenge. We're gonna do it live here while Mike tries to give us some trivia as we suffer through it. So it should be pretty fun. And Mike already did it. He was the guinea pig of the podcast. So it's just Jared and my turn to
Man.
step up and take the heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll keep you updated though on when
we'll
we're going
see.
to do that. We're not going to tell you when, but it's going to be soon. So you got to listen. You got to find out when. And
Yeah,
if you haven't
Jared,
subscribed
have
to
to
the
work up the
podcast,
nerve.
he'll work up the nerve. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, subscribe now. Check out our social media. Check out our Facebook. Check out our Instagram and our YouTube channels. You're going to get a lot of great information about that stuff, and you're going to find out when we're going to do it. And you're going to laugh at us because we're going to probably be like suffering and not take it like
without a doubt.
so.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening to the Burbs and happy Halloween. I hope everyone's had a great holiday and season 5 rolls on. We'll catch you next Monday.
You know you can't live without this content. So subscribe to the Hyperspace, podcasting in the 25th century. Follow us on social media, leave us a review, and join us next time as we take you into the 25th century.